Hey, so today I'm going to guide you through a flow that works into twists in the side body, because it's a great way to tap into our parasympathetic nervous system. It's energizing, but along with that, it's also very grounding. Energetically, I'll be talking a bit about the solar plexus. It's the chakra located just above the belly button, which is our power base, both physically, if you do much exercise, talk about our core, the center of it is here. So with that in mind, let's come to child's pose. Having the toes touching, knees are out wide. Extending the arms long on the mat. And start to notice the connection of your body with the mat, your hands with the mat, your head with the mat, your legs with the mat. And you can just gently press into the fingertips, noticing the space it creates in your lower back. And notice how your body feels. The tight places where you're holding on to things. Or maybe it's a little sleepy, or maybe you're bursting full of energy. Notice where the head's at. Are you on the mat, or is the to-do list racing through your mind? Start to notice your breath. Without force, start to deepen the breath, filling up the belly, the ribs, the chest. Pausing, and then exhaling with a sigh. Just letting go. Inhaling, belly swells, ribs widen, chest fills. Pausing. Exhaling again with a sigh, releasing, letting go of the stories, the thoughts. You're here right now. Inhaling belly, ribs, chest. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Inhaling belly, ribs, chest. Exhaling, and again you can sigh, chest, ribs, belly. Returning to a regular breath pattern, but keeping the breath slow and deep, letting it be the metronome for your practice. So when we move too far in a pose, we tend to hold our breath. And here, start to walk the hands over to the right-hand side of the mat. And place one hand on top of the other, opening into the whole left side body. And then start to tiptoe the hands across to the left side of the mat. Breathing, opening through the whole right side body. And bringing the hands back to center. Slowly walking them back up, coming to kneeling. And bringing both hands in prayer at heart space, setting an intention for the practice. I am, I can, I choose. Something not only takes you through the practice, but through your day, your week. Extending the hands forward, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And from here, extending the left leg back, coming onto the ball of the toe, feeling that opening through the back of the calf. Extending the right arm forward, palm facing in. Without moving the hips, keeping the hips stable, zipping up through the core, the pelvic floor, tucking your belly button in under the rib cage. Lift the left leg. From here, on the exhale, draw knee, elbow to knee, tucking, rounding. Inhaling, stretching, reaching as though you're being pulled diagonally apart. Exhaling, tucking, rounding. Again, extending, reaching. Exhaling, tucking, rounding. Extending, reaching, placing the right hand just above the right shoulder head. Pivoting, kickstanding the right leg out to the right. And then coming onto the inner edge of the left foot. Inhale, sweeping the left arm up towards the ceiling. Pressing into the left foot. On your next inhale, drawing the torso up, arms out wide. Exhaling, tipping, lowering, just coming to fingertips, the lightness through the torso. Inhaling, lifting back up through to supported warrior two. And on the exhale, tipping back down. One more, inhaling, lifting up, this time sliding the left hand down the left leg, extending the right arm up, coming into supported reverse warrior. Sweeping the arms back down, lightly landing, this time lifting the left foot up. Think about tucking the right sit bone in as we come into supported half moon. Beautiful. Bringing the left hand back onto the mat, drawing the left knee up towards the chest, placing it between the hands. And then in gliding the left arm up, coming into an easy twist. Bringing the left hand back down, coming back to your 4-point base, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Extending the right leg back, coming onto the ball of the foot. Just feel that gentle opening through the back of the leg. Extending the left arm forward, palm facing in. Keeping the hips stable, engaging in the core. Just glide up the right leg. On your exhale, bringing elbow to knee, tucking, rounding. Inhaling, stretching, reaching as though you're being pulled diagonally apart. Exhaling, tucking, rounding. Extending, reaching. Exhaling, tucking, rounding. Extending, reaching, bringing the left hand just above the left shoulder head. Kickstanding the left foot out to the left and coming onto the inner edge of the right foot. Extending the right arm up. And pressing into the right foot, gliding the torso up. Coming into supported warrior two. Tipping back, lowering down through the left hand or reaching up. Coming back through warrior two. Lifting back up. Lightness through the torso, not dumping into the left hand. Gliding back up, this time sliding the right arm down the right leg, extending the left arm up. Sweeping the left arm back down, extending the right arm. This time picking up the right leg with it, coming into supported half moon. Think about engaging in your right glute. Leg is active, reaching, lifting, opening. Bringing the right hand onto the mat, drawing the right knee up towards your nose, placing the sole of the foot on the mat. Inhale, extending the right arm up, coming into an easy twist. Exhale, framing the front foot, stepping left to meet right in a forward fold, pressing the feet into the mat. Slowly rolling up, vertebra by vertebra. Head and neck the last to come up. Inhaling, drawing shoulders up towards the ears. Exhaling, sliding them back down. As we exaggerate these movements, inhaling. Exhaling with a sigh. Inhaling, lifting, reaching up. Exhaling. Releasing with a sigh. One more, inhaling, lifting. Exhaling. Beautiful, bringing the hands to prayer at heart space. Noticing the connection. Your hands as you press into them, the space that creates between the shoulder blades, the back of the heart. Breathing into that. So we move into some flow with some classic sun sails. We'll inhale, lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, forward fold. Halfway lift, opening up through the chest. Exhale, lowering the hands down, stepping back with right leg, lower down through right knee. Inhale, lifting up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, rotating to the left, extending the right arm forward. Sweeping the left arm around, reaching, lifting up. Exhale, framing front foot, stepping back into plank, lowering down through the knees, body one strong line of energy, hovering elbows by ribs, lifting up into baby cobra, pressing into the tops of the feet. Exhale, lower down, pushing back through all fours into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift right leg, stepping right foot between the hands, lowering down through left knee. Inhale, lifting, reaching up. Exhaling, rotating to the right, extending the left arm forward, the right arm back. Sweeping the lifting up. Exhale, framing front foot, stepping left foot to meet the right. Halfway lift, lower. Inhale, sweeping, lifting up. Exhaling, forward fold. Halfway lift, lower. Step back with left leg, lower down through left knee. Inhale, lifting up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, rotating to the right, extending the left arm forward. Sweeping the right arm around, lifting, reaching up. Exhale, framing front foot, stepping back into plank. Lowering down through the knees, hovering elbows by ribs before lowering all the way to the ground. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale to lower, pushing back through all fours or plank if you're feeling strong. Lifting back up and through, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift left leg. Foot is flexed, hips are square. Stepping left foot between the hands, lower down through right knee. Inhale, we lift up, low lunge. Exhale, rotating to the left, extending the right arm forward. Sweeping back up and through. Exhale, framing front foot. Right foot meets left. Halfway lift. Lower. Inhale, sweeping, lifting up. Exhaling, hands to prayer at heart space. We go through that with variations. Inhale, we lift up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Following your breath pattern. Lower, step back with right leg. Lower down through right knee. Lifting up, Anjaneyasana. Rotating to the left. Right arm forward. Sweeping the left arm back. Lifting, reaching up. Exhale, framing front foot, stepping back into plank. Lowering down through chaturanga or knees chaturanga, hovering elbows by ribs. Baby cobra or up dog. Lifting back up and through into downward facing dog. Inhale, we lift right leg, stepping right foot between the hands, pressing the feet into the mat, scissoring the thighs together. We lift up, high lunge. The exhale, rotating to the left, extending the right arm, left arm forward, right arm back, sweeping around, lifting up. On the exhale, tipping forward into arrow lunge. Back foot is active, body at a 45-degree angle, arms by sides. Inhaling, lifting back up through, high lunge. Exhaling, sweeping forward into arrow lunge. Inhaling, lifting, reaching back up. Exhaling, gliding forward. Placing the heel of the right hand on the base of the spine, extending the left arm up, reaching towards the ceiling. Hooking left elbow outside right thigh. Bringing hands to prayer at heart space. Again, back foot is active as though you were leaping forward. Rotating the heart towards the hands. Maybe you open the arms out like wings, remembering to breathe. So often we hold our breath in a twist. Bringing hands to prayer at heart space, unhooking the elbow. So bringing hands to frame front foot, sweeping the right leg back up and through, three-legged dog. Option to go through a three-legged vinyasa, a regular vinyasa, rippling forward into plank, chaturanga, baby cobra or up dog, lifting back up into downward facing dog. Soften the knees, gazing forward, either step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, lower. Sweeping, lifting up. Exhaling, forward fold. Halfway lift, lower. Step back with left leg, lower down through left knee. Inhale, we lift up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, rotating to the right, extending the left arm forward. Sweeping back up and through. Exhale, framing front foot. Stepping back into plank. Lowering down through chaturanga or knees chaturanga. elbows by ribs, baby cobra or up dog. Lifting back up and through into downward facing dog. Inhale, we lift left leg, foot is flexed, hips are square. Exhaling, stepping left foot between the hands, pressing the feet into the mat, scissoring the thighs together, lifting up, high lunge. Exhaling, rotating to the left, extending the right arm forward, sweeping the left arm up and through. Exhaling, tipping forward, coming into arrow lunge, coming onto the ball of the back foot. Inhaling, sweeping, lifting up. Exhaling, gliding forward. Inhaling, lifting, reaching back up. Exhaling, tipping forward. Placing the heel of the left hand on the base of the spine, extending the right arm up, hooking right elbow outside left thigh, hands in prayer at heart space. Coming into evolved high lunge. Back foot is active, lifting up through the heel, remembering to breathe. Opening the arms out like wings. Bringing the hands back to prayer at heart space. Unhooking the elbow. From here, framing the front foot, sweeping the left leg up and through, coming into your three-legged dog. Option to go through a three-legged vinyasa. A regular, rippling forward into plank, chaturanga, baby cobra or up dog. Lifting back up and through into downward facing dog. Soften the knees, gazing forward. Either step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift and lower. Inhale, sweeping, lifting up. Exhaling, hands to prayer, heart space. Taking a moment to connect to your intention. Connect to your breath. Pressing into the hands. Noticing the space it creates at the back of the shoulder blades, back of the heart. We'll go through that flow now with some more variations, moving into some standing balances. Inhale, lift up. Exhaling, forward fold. Halfway lift, lower. Step back with right leg, lower down through right knee. Lifting up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, framing front foot, stepping back into plank. Lowering down through chaturanga or knees chaturanga, baby cobra or up dog. Lifting back up and through into downward facing dog. Inhale, we lift right leg. Exhaling, stepping right foot between the hands. And lifting, reaching up, high lunge. Exhaling, gliding through, arrow lunge. Inhaling, lifting, reaching up, high lunge. Exhaling, gliding through, arrow lunge. This time engaging in the back left leg as we lift up into warrior three. Hands can be in prayer at heart space, or arms by sides, or extended forward. Think about lowering down through the left hip. You can soften through the supporting knee. Beautiful. Stepping back with the left foot, lifting back up through to high lunge. Bringing the heel of the right hand onto the base of the spine. Hooking the left elbow outside the right thigh, coming into our evolved high lunge. Unhooking the elbow, grounding down through left heel, cartwheeling open into warrior two. Straightening through the front leg, lifting, reaching up. Exhaling, sinking, lowering down. Inhaling, lifting. Exhale, we lower. One more, inhaling, we lift. Exhale, lower. Straightening through the front leg. Coming into the left leg, bending the knee. Hands can bring in prayer at heart space, flexing the right foot, coming into Skandasana. Now you can keep your hands in prayer at heart space or bring the hands onto the floor. And breathing into that opening in the leg. Start to transfer the weight into the other leg. And then bringing the right hand inside the right foot, planting down through the left foot, straightening through the front leg, gently unfurling into Trikonasana. Think about tucking in your right hip, opening the chest up towards the ceiling. Bringing the left hand onto the hip, softening through the front knee. You may need a book or a brick here. I find it helps to look forward to where I want my hand to go. We're coming into half moon, engaging in the back left leg, the glute, engaging in the core, tipping, leaning. Hand resting on the brick, the book, the floor. Opening the chest up towards the ceiling. And maybe you extend the left arm up, reaching, lifting. Lovely, bringing both hands down onto the mat, squaring off the shoulders, coming into standing splits. From here, inhaling, coming up to standing, drawing the knee up with you. And you can extend the arms up towards the ceiling. Maybe extending the leg, engaging in the core, lifting up out of the hips. And then bringing the left foot to meet the right, hands to prayer at heart space. Connecting to your breath, your intention. How we lift up. Exhaling, forward fold. Halfway lift, lower. Step back with left leg, lower down through left knee. Inhale, we lift up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, rotating to the right, extending the left arm forward. Sweeping around, lifting up. Exhale, framing front foot, stepping back into plank. Lowering down through Chaturanga or knees Chaturanga, baby cobra or up dog. Lifting back up and through into downward facing dog. Now we lift left leg. Exhale, stepping left foot between the hands, pressing the feet into the mat, lifting up, high lunge. Exhaling, tipping forward into arrow lunge. Inhaling, lifting, reaching up, high lunge. So as you tip forward into arrow lunge, engaging in the right leg, the right glute, sweeping up into warrior three. Leg is active, foot is flexed. Supporting knee can be softened or bent to find the balance. And dropping down through the right hip. Arms can be by sides or hands in prayer at heart space or extended forward. One more breath, stepping back, lifting back up, high lunge. Bringing the heel of the hand to the base of the spine, extending the right arm forward, hooking right elbow outside left thigh. Hands in prayer at heart space, coming into evolved high lunge. Grounding down through right heel, cartwheeling the arms open, we come into warrior two. Straightening through the front leg, lifting, reaching up. Exhaling. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling. One more, inhaling, lifting. Exhaling. Transferring the weight into the right leg, the back leg. Bringing hands to prayer at heart space, flexing the left foot, straightening through the left leg. We come into Skandasana. Now you can place the hands on the mat for balance. Breathing into the hips, the opening through the legs. Start to transfer the weight into the left leg. Then bringing the left hand inside the left foot, grounding down through the right foot, straightening through the front leg, unfurling into Trikonasana. Noticing how different the pose can feel, coming into it in a different way from the ground up. Tucking in the left hip, opening up through the chest. Placing the right hand on the hip, looking over the left foot, engaging in your right glute, your right leg, tipping, leaning, coming into half moon on the other side. Okay, notice how one side can be very different to the other. Embracing the wobbles. Maybe you extend the right arm up. Bringing both hands onto the mat, squaring off the shoulders, pointing all 10 toes to the top edge of the mat. Coming into standing splits. Here we're going to slowly roll up to standing, drawing the right knee up towards your chest. Ooh. Extending, lifting the arms up. You can flex the foot. Lowering it back down, right foot to meet left, hands in prayer at heart space. Taking a moment to return to your breath, your intention. Noticing the connection of the feet with the mat. Lifting up through all 10 toes. And from little toe to big toe, slowly lowering back down. Inhaling, we lift up. Exhaling to forward fold. Stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, we lift up through the heels. Exhaling, tipping the heels over to the right. Sinking down through the right hip, feeling that spaciousness created through the left side body. Inhaling, lifting back up through. Exhaling, dropping the heels over to the left. Inhaling, lifting, reaching back up through. Exhaling, lowering down. How we lift up right leg. Bending the knees, stacking the hip. On the exhale, sweeping the right knee to the right elbow. Gliding it across to the left. Tracing it back up and through, scorpion tailing. And we'll do that again. Right knee, right elbow. Across to the left. Gliding it back up through. One more. So I'm kickstanding the right foot, coming onto the outer edge, coming onto the inner edge of the left foot, extending the left arm up, coming into wild fallen star. Bringing the left hand back onto the mat, sweeping the right leg back up and through, bending the knee, stacking the hip. Now you can stay here building strength, or you can tip the right foot over to the left, lifting up through the right arm, coming into wild thing. Bringing the right hand back down, coming back through into downward facing dog. Option to go through a vinyasa or stay in downward facing dog, or come into child's pose. You chaturanga or knees chaturanga, baby cobra or up dog, lifting back up and through into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift left leg, bending the knee, stacking the hip. On the exhale, sweeping left knee to left elbow, across to the right. Sweeping back up and through, three-legged dog. Again, following your breath pattern, left knee, left elbow, across to the right. Gliding back up and through. One more. So I'm kickstanding the left leg, coming onto the outer edge of the foot, grounding down through the inner right heel, coming into fallen star on the other side. Bringing right hand onto the mat, sweeping the left leg back up and through, three-legged dog. You can stay here, or the option to tip the left foot over to the right, pivoting on the ball of the right foot, extending the left arm up. Wild thing. Lowering the left hand back down, sweeping back up and through. Option to go through a vinyasa, stay in downward facing dog, or come to child's pose. Your vinyasa, rippling forward into plank, chaturanga, baby cobra or up dog, lifting back up and through into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting up through the heels. Exhaling, dropping the heels over to the left. Sinking down through the left hip, feeling that opening through the right. Inhale, lifting back up through. Exhaling, dropping the heels over to the right. Inhaling, lifting back up. Exhaling, we lower. Your next inhale, rippling forward vertebra by vertebra, coming into plank. And on the exhale, lowering down much slower than you want to, all the way to the ground for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, bringing arms by sides, palms facing up as we come into locust. Inhale, lifting up through the chest, lifting up through the legs, the arms. Neck is long, gazing at the top edge of your mat. Feel as though someone's pulling you by the hands, pulling you by the feet behind you, lifting, reaching, lifting, reaching. One more big deep breath. Can you lift a little higher? Reach a little further. Exhaling, lowering down. Just coming onto the left cheek, maybe using the arms as pillows, rocking out through the hips. Now you've got a choice here. You can come back into locust again, or you can come into bow. If you're coming into bow, bending the knees, catching a hold of the ankles or the feet, and kicking the feet into the hands, drawing the thighs, the knees in together, lifting up. That line of energy through the whole back body, kicking, lifting, reaching. Taking one more big deep breath. Could you kick a little higher? Exhaling, lowering down. Coming onto the other cheek this time, maybe rocking out through the hips. Bringing both hands under the shoulders, pushing up to all fours. From here, extending the right leg back, coming onto the ball of the toe. Noticing how this might feel different now from the start of practice towards the end. And again, engaging in the core, hips are square, lifting up through the pelvic floor. Glide the right leg up. The exhale, bringing knee to nose, tucking, rounding, crossing the right foot over the left, fanning the feet out, coming into Gomukhasana. So we're sitting between our feet. Now, if this isn't great on your hips, you can bring a little flat cushion or a low book and sit on that, or you can extend the lower leg, the left leg, extending it out straight. Whatever works best for your hips, and every day can be different. Bringing the left hand out to the side, tenting the fingers. Inhale, lift up through the right arm, tipping over to the left. Now you can bend the right elbow, cradling the head in the hands. Or it's quite nice even to hold with the thumb and index finger the muscular part where the neck meets the skull, just pressing into it is quite calming. Think about opening through the right side body, shining the armpit up towards the ceiling. You can soften through the left elbow. Breathing, grounding down through the right sit bone. Inhaling, coming back up to seated. And then start to walk the hands forward, tipping forward. Now you may not get very far. The chin may just peer over the knees. You can press into the fingertips. Let the head be heavy, the neck long. As you press into the fingertips, notice the space you create, back of the hips, the top of the hips, breathing into it. Breathing into the whole back body. Walking the hands back up. And then tipping forward to your 4-point base. This time extending the left foot back, coming onto the ball of the toe. Noticing how it feels. Then engaging in the core, hips are square, lifting up through the pelvic floor, tucking the belly button in under the rib cage. Just glide the leg up. From here, tucking knee to nose, crossing the left foot over the right. Fanning the feet out, coming into Gomukhasana on the other side. Again, both sides can be really different. Hips are very different if you've ever seen an x-ray. people's hips, they're completely different. So again, flat book or cushion you can sit on, or extend the bottom leg out. From here, extending the right arm out to the side, tenting the fingers. And what's good about tenting the fingers is often we're doing so much typing where you can get a bit of RSI or carpal tunnel, and this tenting is a really lovely release. You can have we lift the left arm up, bending the elbow, either cradling the head in the hands or holding with the thumb and index finger that muscular part, the nape of the neck. Again, pressing into the left sit bone, opening through the whole left side body. Shining the armpit up towards the ceiling. Next, inhale, gently easing the head back up. Starting to walk the hands forward, tipping over the knees. I know you may not get very far at all. Gently pressing the hands into the mat, grounding through the sit bones. Letting the head be heavy, the neck long. Breathing into the whole back body. Walking the hands back up. And this time unraveling the legs. Taking a hold of your big toes with the yogi peace grip. And from here, extending, either sliding the bum back or extending the heels forward. Coming into our forward fold. Again, let the head be heavy, the neck long. Slowly releasing the feet, rolling back up to seated. You can keep the legs straight, or you can have the feet flat on the mat as we roll down vertebra by vertebra. Drawing the right knee up towards your chest. Left leg long on the mat, foot is flexed. And with the left hand, glide the right knee across to the left hand side, extending the left arm out. Noticing that release through the lower back. Shoulders are heavy, gaze is soft. Maybe even the eyes are closed. And you can stay here, or you can bend the left knee, coming into cat-cow, and catch a hold of the left foot with the right hand. Knowing if that doesn't feel great, you can come back to the regular side twist. If it does, you can stay there. Releasing the left foot, bringing the right knee back to center, extending the right leg along the mat, drawing the left knee up towards your chest, giving it a little squeeze. The right hand drawing the left knee across the body, extending the left arm out. Shoulders are heavy, gaze is soft. Feeling that release through the lower back. Breath is slow and deep, remembering that the deeper we breathe in the twist, the greater the benefit. And you can give it a try by bending the right knee, catching a hold of the right foot with the left hand. Releasing the right foot, Drawing the left knee back to center, bringing both knees up towards the chest. And here you can take happy baby by holding the big toes with the index finger and middle finger. Or if you want to go further, you can come into plow by tipping the feet over the head. And if the feet touch the ground, release the lower back. But if they don't, keep a hold of the lower back. And remembering to breathe, working to what your body needs. When you're ready, you can carefully roll out of plow if you were in it. Or release the feet, letting the legs fall out long, feet out wide, legs are heavy. Arms are out wide, palms facing up. Sliding the shoulders down the back. Neck is long on the mat. Eyes are closed, gaze is soft. Softening through the brow, lightly turning up the corners of the mouth. With every breath, could you sink a little deeper? Imagine there's a golden light shining just above your belly button. With every breath, that golden light glows and grows. With every breath, the golden light glows and grows, moving down your legs to your toes. With every breath, that golden light glows and grows, moving up your body, cascading over your shoulders, down your arms to your fingertips. With every breath, that golden light glows and grows, moving up your spine, back of your neck, back of your head, crown of your head, wrapping itself around you like a cape, energizing and protecting. Now you're more than welcome to stay bathing in this golden light. When you're ready to return, return with breath. Placing both hands over the belly, noticing the rise of the belly on the inhale and the fall on the exhale. And come to lie on your favourite side, using your arms as a pillow. With the eyes closed or the gaze lowered, come into a comfortable seated position with your hands in prayer at heart space. Taking a moment to return to your intention. Taking that intention to your third eye for clarity, your throat for truth and love, your heart for compassion, especially towards yourself. And thanking yourself for sharing your energy and giving yourself this time. Namaste.